Shalom, 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 Israel. This is Old Girl with the Old Family. I just want to say all praise to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, the name of Yahweh Shai. It's good to be back, and let's get into it. Today's video is titled Teaching Our Young Men or our young black men, brown men, how to move, how to move in captivity. Excuse me, I broke up a little bit there. Teaching our young black men, Hebrew Israelite men, how to move in captivity. And that includes online social media. So if you don't know, and this is your first time tuning into this channel or this type of content, I just want to say that we do Bible according to archaeology, according to numerous sources, that we, black and brown people, are, in fact, the children of Israel, God's chosen people, those spoke about in the Bible, those written about on the Egyptian pyramids and hieroglyphics. We are the people of the book, destined for greatness, but currently in a state of punishment because of our sins and the sins of our ancestors. So, here on the Old Family channel, we teach to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of our Heavenly Father, who is a black or brown man who created the heaven and the earth and everything above, beneath, and in between. So that's the synopsis of this channel. We teach that we need to follow the Bible in order to come out of this low estate, this impoverished, destitute, ignorant, lack of knowledge, just destroyed state that we are in as a people. So, with that being said, we want to teach our young men how to move in captivity, how to move in these streets, how to move when they online. Let me tell y'all. So, the ammo or the motivation in behind today's video is courtesy to our teenage son that we have. So, thanks to my teenage son, I have all kind of ammo for today's video. Now, not to put him on blast or throw him under the bus, but he did something very ignorant that I feel like he should have knew better about. But apparently he didn't, and it's a teaching tool because ain't nothing new under the sun. So if my son did something stupid like this, yours may, or your nephew, or whoever, youngin in the hood that you may got love for or whatnot, And this is more of a street perspective, but of course we believe in the Bible, so how can we talk about anything without talking about what we believe in, which is the scriptures? But, again, this is a little street. And I also want to say this too. I know some of you may feel like she a woman. What is she talking about? Well, first of all, I have a teenage son, so that's what I'm talking about. Something that he experienced. Secondly, I am married, so it's not like I'm just trying to act as if I'm a man trying to raise one, because I have a husband and he is the father of all three of my children, and we were married before we brought any children into this world. So I just want to say that, just in case you don't know the channel and you stumble upon this individual video alone. So I do want to say that I in no way think that I can raise a man or that I'm raising my son to be men. I think that I am their mother and I'm raising them as their mother, and that's my role. So with that being said, teaching our young men how to move in captivity. So my son put up something stupid on social media, right? Instagram. He put basically some of his friends was together and they went live. During their live, my son decided to comment, and his comment was him stating that he was going to commit a crime.
Bruh.
I know, right? Like, really?
Really, nigga?
So my son decides that he's gonna post in a live that him and his friends should commit a crime. And first of all, let me say this. My son is And no, like, he ain't about that life at all. He is, I don't, he's just not about that life. So for him to post this, it was just absurd. But anyway, so he casually telling me about it this morning. I'm cooking or cleaning up, doing my little stuff. And I'm listening to him, and he like, yeah, Instagram sent me like a warning threatening to take my page down, this and that. And I'm like, I'm questioning him. And the more I question him, I'm like,
Time for that.
boy, ain't nobody got time for that. What is you thinking? So basically, he used the modern day terminology that kids use to say he gonna commit some kind of vehicle theft. That was what my son, the Hebrew Israelite who been in the truth for years, posts on social media. And again, he is in no way, any stretch of the means, in those streets, hanging, running, smoking, drinking, doing nothing. He's pretty square, just to keep it real. Which I don't have no problem with, and neither do my husband. We love his spirit and his energy. So he fake, he was doing it for the gram. Like he is, he was fronting. He is not about that life. So, anyways, um, so me and my husband, well, my husband wasn't there yet, actually. So I'm telling my son about how stupid that was and how you don't never, first of all, lie. Like you ain't no rapper. Rappers lie about crimes and lives and things that they haven't done to sell records or whatever or to seem cool. You ain't no rapper. So why the world you trying to perp on social media with a suggestion to your friends that y'all go steal a vehicle? Like, why would you even say that? How stupid was that? Like that, I don't even get. You know what I'm saying? Why he even did that? Because again, he ain't even about that life. Like you so perked out. But that part aside, I'm explaining to my son about how you gotta move in these streets. I'm like, dude, you can't be posting stuff like that online. They'll come back for you. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring that up. They'll start a dossier on you. You know what I'm saying? They'll take all your accomplishments. Short sheets. My son's 16. He'll be 17 next month. He just finished driver's training. He at the end of the month, he's supposed to have his permit. He been working steadily for a while. He worked at Kroger, which is a major grocery chain in Michigan and Ohio area. He is in high school. He just finished his 11th grade year. He'll be starting his senior year. So, he driving, he got his social life. He believing we not beating it into him. He followed the dietary laws. He's a respectable young man. And we're like, why would you get online and say or suggest to your friends that y'all go commit a crime? Why would you incriminate yourself? This is Babylon. This is the land of captivity. You understand? You can't be moving out here like that. Don't you know they looking for stuff like that? The Bible call it a trap and a snare, which we gonna go to that. We gonna go, excuse me, to these scriptures in a minute. But we trying to tell him, like, you can't be on social media like that, talking shit, talking about what you gonna do, talking about like, oh, it's all fun and games. Like, don't you know that's the same? They have people in court. You will be the same person in court crying, boo-hooing and snotting. So by this time we kicking it, he's sitting down because he thinking about it. He looking at me because I'm going in on him. My husband come downstairs. He come downstairs. He's sitting down. He having him something to eat or whatever because he about to head to work, packing his lunch up and all of that. We all at the dining room table. My husband hearing the convo, and he like uh shaking his head to everything I'm saying. I'm telling my son, like, don't you know my son didn't even know about the black men in the age of 25? Yeah. He didn't even know, and I don't know how that slipped through the cracks, but I explained that to him. Don't you know black men have a fear or unknown or uncertainty if they gonna live to be make it to 25 years old? He ain't know that. So by now,
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
my son know he done effed up. I'm like, yeah, black men. I'm like, this is Babylon. Every time you go out this house, your life is at risk, your life on the line. So I found myself spontaneously giving my son the "you black" talk. You black and you live in America talk. Yeah. I found myself giving my son that all praise to the Most High for me listening, because y'all know how it be. Sometimes, as much as we want to listen and be there for our kids, sometimes we be doing stuff. And he caught me in the morning when I first get up. I'm cleaning, doing my chores, getting my house together. If I'm putting some dinner on and putting up groceries or whatever it is that I'm doing. But all praise to the Most High for slowing me down to hear what he's saying. And I'm explaining to him, like, you see the ramifications of your actions. It's not just me tripping. Hell, Instagram even said something to you about what you put. Like, you can't be saying stuff like that. You can't be running around here trying to seem cool or trying to say something that seems current or in style, because that's what it was, because you ain't out here doing stuff like that. So you literally just made up something and said something and jeopardized and put yourself in a position where you could have to fight a legal case. And I told my son, look, we got a couple dollars. You see how we living around here. So you already know we ain't got it like that. Yeah, we could probably afford a little lawyer to see about you, but if once they start stacking felony on top of felony, and it's you versus the United States of America, baby, my mama ain't money long enough like that. You know what I'm saying? I had to explain to him, my money ain't long enough. They'll take you somewhere so far away from me and bury you somewhere under the jail. We in captivity. We're the slaves. They on top. Don't do nothing to put yourself to give these people no ammo against you, young black man, young brown man out here. Because I don't believe you black. I believe black is the color. I believe you a child of God. That's what I believe you black men are, destined to rule once again, to take over and rule society righteously, not killing and raping and pillaging and committing acts of war and injustice unrighteously against ourselves or others, like the other nations are doing. So I found myself explaining to my son, you can't move out here like that. You can't post shit online like that. You will put me and your daddy in a position where we got to put it all on the line, and we got two more younger than you. So we really ain't trying to throw it all away because you want to be an internet thug or whatever the fuck you thought you was doing or wasn't thinking. I told him, you got to watch every action you make at this point, every word you say, every move you make when you go out this house, when you on social media. You got to watch the actions of your friends. You in charge. You accountable. I tell my son, when you go out with your friends, you watch the driver. You watch the road. Don't have your head down in no goddamn cell phone. You pay attention. You turn 18, your friends start drinking. You the designated driver. I don't care what they say. You take the keys. You take over. You are the man. You take over. You can't be no boy. Not at 6'6", 6'1", with long hair. Y'all know how they wearing their hair. My son got them twists. He wear his hair in twists. His hair come, about to his neck. So he got a nice amount of hair and he wear it in twists. So you already know. I told him that, look, the way you wear your hair, the way you dress, because he dressed very black American. T-shirt, jogger pants, T-shirt, shorts. We don't do the skinny jeans and them tight two little clothes around here. But he wear gym shoes and sweats, workout clothes every day, all day, hoodies. So I'm like, you fit the stereotype of what they say is wrong and evil and criminal and thuggish. Not what we know and what the Bible say, but what they say. So you fit the description. You already being punished because you're a child of the slave and the curses is upon us. Don't give these crackers shit else. We got to train up a child in the way that they should go. So when they get older, they won't depart. We got to teach our young men how to move out here. How else they gonna know? If I didn't tell him that, he wouldn't have knew. You know what made him feel me? My son got in trouble about 3 years ago when he was in the schoolhouse. He said some shit. He did the same thing basically, but he said, y'all remember when them white kids, y'all know how they do. And my son threatened to do what they do. And he got sent to the counselor or something like that, SCR, I think is what it's called. And I think he got away with like a 1-day suspension or cleaning up the cafeteria for a day, something like that. Because he's a good kid. But they had to explain to him, you can't threaten to blow up shit You can't do that. You'll get charged as if you was really gonna do it, or while you was just talking shit. Now they trying to give you quick. What 50 Cent say? Quick, these crackers will give my black ass 100 years. That's a lyric in a 50 Cent verse. So shoot, I had to tell my son, like, boy, I ought to put hands on you. What the hell is wrong with you? These crackers try to kick my door in and come snatch you out of my damn house. You my oldest son. Don't do me like that. Don't have me worrying and stressing. I'm teaching you too much for you to be out here moving like that. I need you to be thinking more. But when I told him about the school shooter shit back from when he was ninth grade, eighth grade or whatever, I think ninth grade, when I brought that up, he realized how serious it was. Because he remembered what happened at school. Because see, he thought that shit he said up in the school wasn't nothing. And they snatched his ass up out the class. And the white people had him up in the office, talked to him, interrogating him and whatnot. And he like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And they like, yeah, we're gonna, okay, but you can't do that. Mind you, his school district or either his school had its own individual threats. When them school a few years ago, when them kids kept threatening to blow up the school so they can keep closing the schools. I don't know if y'all remember that, but the kids was pranking, threatening to blow up their schools so that the schools could close. Because you got to take threats seriously, and this is what I'm trying to explain to my son. They take that seriously, and even if they do think you playing and don't believe it, these crackers will give your black ass 100 years. And if you don't follow this channel, my husband done did 5 years for some bullshit. And now I'm not finna get all the way into it, but if you want to know, you're gonna have to look at one of these videos where he go into it or whatever. But it was basically conspiracy, a phone conversation. No evidence of anything. Just to show you how they do our men. They give you all this time for something minor. Meanwhile, they people will literally go shoot up something, and then they get to go through the drive-through and get them a value meal. Supersize me, please. I'm dehydrated and hungry from that all that the calories I burn, killing innocent black folks, Hebrews. So I told my son, you can't be on social media talking shit like that and admitting to crimes, confessing to crimes. Keep your mouth shut. You don't admit and confess to nothing. You keep it at a minimum. Yes and no. Keep it simple. You don't volunteer no information nowhere. What is you thinking? What are you doing? Lying about crimes and stuff. Let's bring these scriptures out. Then we're gonna get up out of here. I'm coming from Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. If you don't have it, you could just literally put this in the Google. And this is part of the original Bible. Do your research. Do your research. I'm tripping. Where am I at? Okay. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 8. Oh, that's why I'm tripping, because this ain't my Bible. This is my husband's Bible. Ecclesiasticus, chapter. I know it ain't a mosquito. Show us. Excuse me. It was a mosquito in this house. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Most High. Could have been just sitting here eating me up. Okay, excuse me for that. Okay, where is I said chapter 8? Okay, I got 17. Okay, and these I'm bringing out just as far as me teaching my son about wisdom in general. So Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 8 and verse 17 through 19. Consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep counsel. And that's something I just want my son to know, as far as, because he ran his mouth. And I'm just trying to explain with him, you don't need to be running your mouth like that, talking and consulting. That's foolish. Keep your mouth closed. You don't need to be talking like that. Okay. And then going deeper, of course, into the company he keep getting advice from people, operating off other people's advice and opinions. I told him, no, if you do anything out here in these streets that's You keep a fucking mouth shut. You call me and your father. You let us know you got emergency. You come home and you tell us in our face, person to person, what the hell you done did, and then we'll figure out how to move and what's best from you for there. But you don't go just off making decisions and following no fuck shit that everybody else out here doing. We ain't raise you up and put in this work with you to get you this far for that. You got to make it to 25, past 25, but y'all know what I mean. Verse 18. Do no secret thing before a stranger. Son, watch who you around. Watch how you moving. I said, you wasn't on that goddamn app that deleted in 24 hours or whatever, right? You on a live. They could pull a live back up, bro. You can't move out here like that. You can't just be saying anything. Y'all out here posting y'all guns, and I ain't talking to my son, but I'm talking about if any of you real street niggas done ran upon this, or you want to be street niggas run upon this video. Y'all can't be online posting y'all guns like that. Y'all know how many of our people get jammed up like that? Because they flashing guns and stuff, whether they legally obtain or not. Why move like that? Why have people y'all don't remember about learning this silence? Old school. Some of y'all young niggas, y'all need to learn more of some old school upbringing from an OG. Y'all ain't got no OGs around. And so y'all don't have that old school wisdom of operating in silence, not letting everybody know what you're doing, not letting your left knowing what your right doing. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all want to stunt so bad for other people, you forgetting about privacy and secrecy. Cause a lot of y'all doing shit y'all don't even need to be doing. Then you got the nerve to go run and tell everybody about it. I told my husband, I said, I'm so glad I ain't in the world no more. Cause when we did our dirt, there wasn't no cell phones and video phones to be recording your dirt, your sin, and then putting it out there. We in captivity. What you think you gonna get, the minimum or the maximum when you a child of the slave? Do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth. Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn. You better keep your mouth shut. Everything and everybody ain't for you. And that goddamn technology shit ain't for you. That shit is the enemy. Moving on. Chapter Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. And I brought that one out because what the hell my son's saying shit like this for? He ain't even about that life. You know what I'm saying? You don't even move like that. So is you envying sinners, or like, what is this really? Why would you even post that you gon' man,
Hey, bro. What? Oh my God!
let's continue. Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in. The ungodly have pleasure in committing crimes and posting on social media that's what they did. The ungodly don't commit crimes and they lie about committing crimes and post it on social media. That's what the ungodly do, son. We don't move like that. But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. This is the meat. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And even if you ain't, because you so ignorant, because you out here partying, turning up, you don't give a fuck, but your mama though, but your granny though, but your auntie though, they the ones that's doubting the fear of death over you in your life while you out here on some YOLO. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. As near as thou can, gaze at thy neighbor, and consult with the wise. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High. And let just men eat and drink with thee, and let thy glory and be in the fear of the Lord. See, I don't know if these was just men that was going live, because why would you even post something like that? just men, that wouldn't be a comment that a just men would be down with. So that lets me know something about the boys that actually went live. We almost done. 17. For the hand of the artificer, the work shall be commended, and the wise ruler of the people for his speech. A man of an ill tongue. Oh, excuse me. I don't went too far. I was supposed to stop at 15. Look at me. I'm just going on. I was okay. That was Ecclesiasticus 9, 11 through 15. Let thy talk be with the wise, and all thy communication in the law of the Most High. So again, I just thought, as he was casually telling me this, let me really explain to my son, you can't move out here like that. You can't talk like that. You can't talk cash shit about stuff you ain't even did. Furthermore, don't put your business on social media. Don't you ever. And if any of your friends, anybody gets talking like that, you remove yourself quickly. Because we ain't got time for that around here. So again, I hope this was edifying um, to our young brothers and sisters as they move out here in these streets and find themselves and learn what type of man and woman they gonna be in these last days that we live in. I just wanted to put that out there to say, even in this truth, as we live in this life and trying to keep the commandments and do like we supposed to do, we still messed up, our children messed up, and we have to teach each other and be, reprimanded or rebuked and move on. But baby girl is in the house. So with that, I'm gonna say this is old girl in the old family, and I'm out. Shalom. All praise to Zion.